Hello bros and welcome to SFX0 BroFive production. Next part, Sakura Fox Adventure. So, we got some memory last time and this was the picture that it came up with. So, let's see where the next part of the story leads. Yes, that was sure was a close escape. The girl laughed at me, her eyes shining. If I hadn't been there, you would have been a goner. Lucky, huh? A goner? That's right, the slime would have eaten you for breakfast. Num num. The girl made a serious exaggerated chewing motions and I shuddered. Does that mean you saved me? Yep. But why? You are a kitsune and I'm a human. Why would you care about what happens to me? Why? That's simple. Because you're cute. Huh? What was that? You heard me. You're cute, so I wanted to help you. That's all there is to it. Besides, it doesn't matter if you're a human. You've never done anything to hurt me, so I have no reason to dislike you. But humans and kitsunes, we're enemies, aren't we? I know we're supposed to be, but I don't understand why. I think you seem like a nice person. I wasn't so sure if I was a nice person. I was stubborn, selfish kid. Maybe I was something of a brat. I always thought I knew better than everybody and I didn't listen to my parents. Maybe I didn't deserve to be saved. This girl certainly had no obligation to help me. She was a stranger, but she came to my defense all the same, as though it was only natural. I was curious. Weren't you at all scared of the slime? Scared? Why should I be? I'm a kitsune, you know, and I'm not just any kitsune. I'm one of the strongest in my clan. My mother's incredibly powerful, and everybody says I'll be just as strong as her when I get older. I only have one tail, but my magic's incredible already. I can even hold my own against my tutor. Everybody says I'm a prodigy. It's only I that think this is a little bit strange. The girl puffed her chest proudly. Not that she had much of a chest, a smug smile on her face. I bet I have at least 3 tails before my 10th birthday. That's what my tutor says. A slime has no chance against my magic. Yeah. You're awfully confident, aren't you? I pouted and kicked the ground with the tip of my shoe, but I wasn't actually angry. How could I be, when this girl had saved my life? Her boastful nature aside, she really was kind and I appreciated it. Thank you. I smiled at her shyly, my fingers still intertwined with hers. I'm glad I met you. I'm glad I met you too. Or that slime be this interested by now. The girl giggled and I groaned. Really though, I'm happy I got to meet a human. This is my very first time meeting a human. Yeah, I always wanted to talk to a human, but my tutor tells me not to. She says humans are all evil and wicked and they want to hurt me. But you don't seem evil or wicked. Plus, with those scrawny arms, I don't think you could hurt me even if you wanted to. Could turn you into a crisp with a snap of my fingers. Yeesh, thanks. I pouted and girl laughed again. She laughed a lot, that girl. It's something I remember strongly even now. You know, you should smile more. Why should I? You have a cute face. It seems a shame to waste it, pouting all the time. Don't you want to be happy like me? The girl grinned. Her smile was radiant and it illuminated something inside my heart. I'm not sure why her words reached me really. Lots of people told me to smile more, but to be more polite, to act more gracious. My parents weren't always harping at me about my manners back then, but I never listened. I was an incredibly stubborn little girl. But that kitsune words resonated with me. Her smile was infectious, and before I knew it, I was smiling too. There, you see? I know you look better smiling. You should do it more often. Anyway, I think you can find your way back home from here. I should be fine. I've been walking. We've been walking while we were talking, and the girl's leading the way. I sensed from that meeting that she was a natural-born leader. Over the course of my last 15 minutes, she had taken me to the outskirts of Warden Village. My own home was only a brief walk away, down a comforting, familiar dirt path. I'll be okay, but what about you? What about me? Are you going back home already? If you came back to my house, I could get you something to drink, or maybe a piece of my mother's apple pie. Her cooking is delicious, and especially love her pie. Oh, apple pie! The girl's eyes lit up, her tail wagging like an essentially dog's. But the moment passed, and she sighed. I love to, but I can't. Can't. I've been away from home long enough already, and if my tutor finds out I've been talking to a human, she'll be really angry with me. I don't want to get in trouble. Oh, I see. That's too bad. Well, even if you can't come back home with me, I could meet up in the woods again. I'd like to play with you some more. That is, if you don't mind. Of course I don't mind. I'd love to be friends with you. Friends? We can? That's right. It'd be fine so long as my stuffy old tutor doesn't find out. It might be kind of fun keeping a secret like this from her. Kitsune giggled mischievously. Anyway, I really should get going, but before I leave, I want you to have this. The kitten reached up in her hair. She had two cute pigtails, tied in place with red ribbons, but she unwound one of these ribbons and handed it to me. I extended my hand, and the kitsune dropped the red ribbon into my palm. What is this for? It's a memento. If you keep this with you, it should help you remember the time we spent together today. And it lets you know that I'm no dream. This is real, and you really are my best friend. I'm really glad I met you. The girl pressed a quick kiss against my cheek, then she turned and ran off, dashing through the trees in a blur. Within seconds the foliage closed around her, and I could no longer see her. That was the last time I saw her. Maybe she forgot about me. She said that we were friends, but I never saw her again. I looked, of course. I went back into the forest dozens of times, sometimes with Fallon, sometimes on my own. But she never appeared again. Sometimes I wonder if she was a figment of my imagination, but I know this isn't true. She gave me this, after all. Unidrawn something from the pocket, isn't its length of red silky ribbon, a little frayed now, but obviously well loved. I kept this for nearly 2 decades, and I'll continue to keep hold of it no matter what happens. I want to believe that I'll be able to see her again. It was a brief encounter, but it changed my life. It's because of her that I started to smile more. And it's because of her that I decided to become a knight, so I can protect people in need. I want to be an admirable person like she was. Then, if I ever do see her again, I'll be able to be proud of my accomplishments, just like she was proud of hers. That's what I want. It's my dearest wish. Uni looks up at the moon, her eyes misty and far away. Her lips are pursed, her ashen hair fluttering in the breeze. But Uni's face hardly registers it in my brain, neither do her words. I'm too busy staring at the ribbon held in Uni's hand. It's rather plain ribbon without any kind of decoration. It's the sort of ribbon you could find anywhere. There's nothing special about it, but for some reason, looking at it makes my heart ache. I run my hands through my own hair. With tremendous fingers, I examine the length of plain red ribbon that ties my back of my hair. I look at the ribbon, then the ribbon in Uni's hands. They look similar. They look very similar, in fact. Didn't I used to have another ribbon like this one when I was young? I always wondered where it had gone. I thought I must have lost it, but could it be? Ah! All of a sudden it all come back to me. Memories buffered with me like tidal waves. So thick and fast I feel breathless. The young blonde girl, the forest, the slime. I defeated her with my magical powers, something that would have been unthinkable now. And then I took my hand in her own. I told her that she was look cute if she smiled more, and I thought she seemed sulky. She relented. Her laughter was beautiful. I'd always been told humans were dangerous monsters, but she didn't seem very dangerous. It was quite the opposite, in fact. She was the first human I ever met. I wanted to be her to be my friend. I gave her my ribbon, and then... Oh my god. Mikoto, what's wrong? Are you feeling okay? Your stomach doesn't hurt, does it? No, it's not that. This is that ribbon. It used to belong to me. Huh? Yuni responds to my announcement is as expected. She doesn't just stare, she gulps. Her mouth opens so wide I can see her molars. But this ribbon, how can it be yours? The fox girl, the kitsune who rescued me was young, but she was powerful. She defeated slimes in an instant, but you couldn't defend yourself from a few humans with wooden spears. There's no way you could be her. Ouch. Way to wound a girl's self-esteem. It doesn't seem to add up. I know that ribbon has got to be mine. It matches the one in my own hair. Look. Ah, you're right. I can't believe I never noticed it before. The girl who rescued you in the forest that day, it was me. You must be the reason why I like humans so much. Uni, I wanted to go to the Harvest Festival every year so badly. And it must have been because I wanted to see you. I missed you, but I didn't even remember you. You were the first ever friend, my first ever friend, and I forgot you. So you were. That explains why I thought you looked so familiar. You even talk the same way. You you might lost your powers, but you really are her. Oh, Mikoto. Uni. I inch closer to Uni. The cold grass rubs against my bare skin like a gentle caress. The wind catches in my hair, so it flutters. Uni still clutching the ribbon in her hand. It's a symbol of our enduring friendship, bequeathed between 20 years prior. Uni was my first ever friend. She was dear to me, but I forgot her. I don't know why, but I don't know what it is. Now I remember her again. I don't want to leave her side, not ever. Now I know without a shadow of doubt. I love you. Mikoto. Oh, Mikoto. I feel the same way. I love you too. But Eunice doesn't get a chance to finish that sentence. That's because at that moment... Huh? What was that? The sky rumbles, the earth shakes, it almost feels like the ground is going to split in two, claved by a bolt of celestial lightning. But there isn't a storm. It's a clear, calm night. What, then, is that noise? It couldn't be. It came from the village. Uni gets to her feet, all prior tenderness forgotten. The pleats of her skirt whip around her, tightening. Her eyes narrow with trepidation. Uni might not be a kitsune like me, but even with her dulled human sense, I'm sure she can smell it in the air. Danger. Something attacked the village. I need to go and see what it is. As a knight, it's my duty to protect my people. If you're going, then I'm going too. I have to. But Mikoto, you can't. If any of the villagers see you, or worse, the village chief, then... It doesn't matter what they say. I don't care what they think. My life might be at risk, but so what? I can't back down now. Not if this is what I think it is. Again the ground rumbles. It doesn't feel like an earthquake. Instead it feels like a sudden influx of life coursing beneath the soil. I swallow. I know this feeling well, and I think I know who's behind it too. I want to be wrong, but this seems like the only possibility. If that's the case, then I have to fight. Uni tries to argue with me, but I remain staunch. Uni might be stubborn, but so am I, and I can't afford to back down now. Yeah, directly when the first sound came of a lightning bolt, I thought first that it was actually meant towards them, but it was at the village. And I think it's actually... Oh! I don't remember her for the first few episodes. I don't remember her name. Well, at least Mikoto's teacher. Or her mother. Her mother probably be worse though. Because she's a full 9 tails. And if it's actually Mikoto's mother, that would be really bad. It's not like we have all that much time to debate either. The ground continues to shake beneath us, an ominous portent of what is to come. Eventually Uni throws her hands up in despair and says, "Alright, fine, you can come with me, but keep behind me if anything happens to you. I'd be devastated." "Yes, ma'am, don't worry, I stay safe. I wouldn't want to make you cry after all." "Give me your track record for promises. I'm not all that hopeful." Hey, don't hold something I said 20 years ago against me. Besides, I did come back. You're talking to me right now. Well, I can see that, but Uni rebuttal is soon caught off by another tremor. This is one even more forceful than before. Uni bites her lips. "We don't have much time. Let's go. I'm right behind you." Uni runs off through the forest and I follow along behind her. We're dashing through the trees' foliage, whipping past me in a green instinct blur. I shun mud up beneath the soles of my shoes, twigs snap and nettles sting my ankles, but I don't stop. The closer we get to the village, the louder the rumble beneath my feet get. It's so bad, it's hard to stand. I stumble and Uni has to pause to help me up. Her eyes are large with worry. "Are you alright, Mikoto?" "I'm fine. Let's keep going." Honestly speaking, I don't feel fine. My heart is seizing up inside my chest already, and my lungs are burning, desperate for air. All the while my mind swirls with anxious thoughts. Don't let it be her, don't let it be her, don't let it... I don't want to fight her. But when Uni and I break through the trees and emerging onto the site where the festival I was held only a few days prior. Yep, I was right. Oh, Mikoto. She is the one who greets me. It's so good to see you again. I was worried sick. You really should have warned me before you took off like that, you know. You were a very naughty girl. Ohana. My eyes rake over my tutor. She looks much the same as always. Her hair is a long soft pink that shimmers beneath the moonlight. Her expression is gentle, her voice lightly admonishing. But that's a totally contrast to the scene of chaos behind her. The festival stalls, once so bright and cheerful, have been completely decimated. Some of the stalls have been reduced to firewood in pieces strewn across the grass. The lanterns have been torn down in a tangle and burning and crumbled into the dirt. Thick vines have erupted without rhyme and reason from the ground. The vines wrap about some of the stalls that still stand, which buckle under their weight. A sight advertising teriyaki is being squeezed in a deadly embrace right before my eyes. And so too it's the tough from Uni's stall where she scooped those fish. The festival site, which was once a place of fun and laughter, has been ruined. And that's not the worst of it. Not content to squeeze in bits of intimate wood, various villagers from Warren Village are ensnared among Ohana's pulsating vines. Men and women alike are trapped in their leafy embrace, some of them already unconscious. I can hardly believe it, but... Ohana, did you do this? Well, who else? Ohana's smile doesn't flicker. Why does it matter, my dear Mikoto? You don't really care about these humans or their silly festival, do you? I told you time and time again, humans are a menace. What? Yuni, who's frozen in shock, can only stand here staring open-mouthed at the horrors before her. Yuni resides a resident of Warren Village, so this must be even more painful for her than it is for me. Maybe she set up some of these stalls herself. She helped the village paint these decorative signs and string up those hanging lanterns and arrange the bunting. And now it's been ruined. Her hard work's quite literally been trampled into the dirt, and that's to say nothing of the poor people coiled among Ohana's vines. This should never have happened. I don't get it. What is there not to get, human girl? It's fairly simple. My Mikoto has been imprisoned in your village for several days. I was so afraid for her I was left with no choice. I vowed I would leave no stone unturned in my search for her. This is for the greater good. I'm doing this for Mikoto's sake, to keep her safe. But I never asked you to do any of this. This is insanity. Hey, Yuli looks at me anxiously, her face even paler than the silvery moon up ahead. Just who is this woman, Mikoto? She seems to know you, but she isn't a kitsune like you. Why is she here? This woman, she... I grit my teeth together, my fingers clench at my sides. She's my tutor, Ohana. Ohana? So this is the tutor you mentioned? That's right, she's always been strict, and I know she doesn't like me mixing with humans, but this is going too far, even for her. I see. So she came here to look for you. I assume so. She must have been searching ever since I went missing, and now she found me. I can hardly believe it myself, though. You didn't do this. These villagers have done nothing to you. Why would you harm them? Oh? You're angry with me? Of course I'm angry with you. I could understand you being disappointed by my actions, but this is completely unacceptable. This is... I glanced around, struggling for words. A young boy is ensnared at vines and whimpers eventually in pain. His mother, meanwhile, is slumped forward, unconscious. A man is lying on the floor, unmoving. His clothes are torn, his head lolling. I recognize one of the people trusted up in the vines, unconscious. To my alarm, I see that it's Fallon. Fallon! No, it can't be. But it is, most definitely. She looks worse to wear. That's the scar on her face. And her hair is matted with blood. But though her eyes are closed, she's still breathing. Her eyelashes tremble in uneasy slumber. Oh? Do you know this woman, Mikoto? We've spoken a few times, yes. At first she threatened me, but over time, she was kind. She helped me. I don't know if I can believe that. Ohana rolls her eyes. When I arrived in this village, these villagers went berserk. They rushed at me, weapons drawn, and that woman was the worst of them all. If I'd been slightly slower, she might have taken my head off my shoulders. She is a dangerous brute, more of a dog than a human. And being crushed to death would be too good of a demise for her. For Fallon, I can't believe it. Yuna raises her head, her eyes flashing. How could you do that to Fallon, you bitch? A bitch? Am I? Oh my. Did I hit a nerve? You. Yuni stares at Ohana, her hands reach for her sword, her eyes burning. How dare you? So you mean to hurt me? too. I see you're cut from the same cloth as all these other humans. You pretend to be sad, but it's all an excuse. You just want to channel your feeling into anger, so you may lash out at the nearest acceptable target. Don't try to pretend you're feeling or anything more complex than that. At heart, you humans are nothing more than animals who can act on their base impulses. Why you? I think Eunice means to charge at Ohana, but I rest a hand on Eunice's shoulder. Don't, Uni. But Mikoto, please, Uni. I've only just found you again. I don't want to get you getting hurt. Uni opens and closes her mouth at a loss before she slides her sword back into its scabbard. Alright then. I try to remain calm, but this woman, this bitch, I don't know if I can forgive her. And it's a good thing I don't particularly care to court the forgiveness of you humans, isn't it? You're the one who truly need to apologize. You humans have molted nymphs and fox kitsunes alike for hundreds of years. You drive us off out of our own forests, and you cut down our trees, and you ruin our livelihoods. I think it's about time you got the taste of your own medicine, girl. Ohana, you can't really mean that. This is monstrous. What you're doing is evil. I fail to see what I've done wrong. Isn't the humans who imprisoned you here after all? No, they didn't. I came here because you wanted to. Ohana sighed sleepily. I just don't understand why would you want to come here of all places? Look how welcoming this so-called village chief is of your kind. Huh? I glance about the festival as does Uni. It takes me a few moments to locate him. There are so many other people in the pain after all, but... Oh no. Not Unwin too. They are hanging in the air, as is the village chief. It's hard to see him clearly since he's encased in vines, but this wrinkled face is unmistakable. The village chief, unlike some of the other villagers, is still conscious. He glares at me, his face filled with bitter hatred, and spits. I can't believe it. That monster. She's still alive, and she come to get her revenge. I knew that girl was bad news. The chief words rouse a few of the other villagers that stare at me, their limbs dangling straight by Ohana's vines. Murmurs fill the air like bee stings. It hurts. The kitsune. Then the one Fallon killed. How did she come back to life? We should have finished her off while we had the chance. He's come to destroy our village. No, that's not right. That's not what I want. My eyes start this way and that, my lower lip trembling. I'm searching for allies, but the captured inhabitants of Warren Village are cold and uncaring. Nobody here will support me. I suppose I should have expected as much. It's because me that this happened. This is all my fault. That's right, I never would have attacked this village if you hadn't run away, Mikoto. You claim to love humans, but they certainly don't love you. And now you doom them all. I knew these people would never accept you. I lectured you over and over again, but it seems my lectures weren't enough. I hope you finally come to understand that humans are all wicked, evil creatures. They are not the worth of our respect and our attention. By living among the surrounded, you are debasing yourself. The longer you stay here, the dirtier you will become. This is why I need to take you back home. I want to purify you. You can only be truly happy if you're with me, where you belong. No, that isn't true. Juni. I stared at Uni, who's been oddly silent during this whole exchange. Uni's shoulders are shaking, her eyelashes shining with tears, but her eyes are filled with blazing resolve. Some people in this village may not be accepting of Mikoto, it's true, but I will still accept her no matter what. I can't stand here and let her so-called tutor call her dirty, and I won't let you hurt my people either. As a knight, it's my job to defeat evil creatures like you. Prepare yourself. Yuni draws her sword from her scabbard, the sharp blade shimmering ominously in the moonlight. I know that Yuni means to do even before she charges forth. She's going to attack Ohana. As angry as I am with Ohana, she's still my tutor. I don't know if I want Yuni to hurt her, but... How naive. Ohana doesn't shrink away from Yuni's valiant shot. Instead, she only smiles. These other humans thought they could beat me too. They, like you, readied their weapons, but in the end, they were all defeated. I suppose you need to learn how powerless you are too. I am a benevolent woman, and I don't mind giving away pearls of wisdom for free. So listen closely. You'll never be able to defeat me, no matter what. Well, we'll see about that. Yuni slashes at Ohana with her sword, but Ohana yawns back nimbly. Yuni purses her, burning with righteous anger. She swings her sword in arc, but Ohana is able to dodge it, always a step out of her range. Ugh. Yuni grinds her teeth together so hard that she's in danger of splitting them. Get back here, you coward. I need to repay threefold for the harm you done to my village. I won't let you get away with this. Oh, you poor thing. Ohana smiles completely at her leisure as Yuni blows, each one delivered with an intensity I never before seen. I fail to connect. You have spirit, yes, but you're several centuries too early to even dream of hurting me. I'm far older than you can imagine, and I'm much wiser. So you're just an old lady, huh? I feel sorry for beating you down. I was always taught to respect my elders, but I was taught to protect those in need too. I won't rest until I deliver justice. How charming for a human. You're rather adorable, but... Ohana frowns. I've grown tired of indulging. It's time for me to get serious. The ground trembles beneath my feet, louder and stronger than ever before. Then revenues make my teeth clatter, my tail swishes. I sparred against Ohana dozens of times, but she never used magic quite this strong before. Ohana was always careful when she fought. At least she hurt me, but I think she cares about hurting Yuni. To her, Yuni is just another human. She is disposable. Worthless. Hey, what? Yuni, look out, behind you! I call off the Yuni, but it's too late. Well, that's the next picture. So, we're gonna end it there then. So, we will see how this ends. I think it's gonna end, I'm gonna say how I think it's gonna end, at least. It's gonna end by Mikoto getting at least one or more tails and technically saving the whole village and maybe even burning Ohana to a crisp. That's what I believe. But anyway, that was all I have for Sakura Fox Adventures this time. I'll see you later. I'll see you next time. Bye bye!